We are pretty powerful. Today, I am Trinity and
I'm Jess, aka Miss T.
And we'll be getting into the nitty-gritty of who and what pretty powerful is, why it matters, and answer some questions from our community. Are you ready?
I'm ready, girl.
All right, so let's get right into it. Who are you and what is pretty powerful?
So again, my name is Jess, or Miss T, what a lot of the girls in our community call me. I am a girl's girl. I am an educator. And I'm so much more too, but to keep it connected to Pretty Powerful. Educator, girl's girl, and Pretty Powerful is pretty much the brainchild of that. Pretty Powerful is an organization where we create events and resources for teen girls and now young women, because teen girls become young women.
Nice. So give us a little background, like what inspired you or what motivated you to create Pretty Powerful? Like, where did it come from?
It evolved so much. Originally, the idea came when I was in college, in undergrad, now many moons ago, which is crazy.
You're not that old.
But girl, you'll be surprised. It's been over a decade, I'll say that, since my best friend and I originally put this into action. And at the time, I volunteered at a women's shelter and just wanted to go in and bring some more love and light to these women. From there, they enjoyed the workshops. And they had teen girls and young girls there that started to attend. And then it just started to evolve and spill out into the community. We realized that our true focus and impact could happen more with teen girls itself. And so, yeah, it just kind of evolved. It's been through so many stages. It's grown with my best friend and I, who's now one of our board members. We both had to go live our own lives, so we took quite a long hiatus just to, get some more experience under our belt to bring back to Pretty Powerful. And at this point, I like to tell, when people ask me where did it come from or why do we do it, I like to say, because I could have really used a mentor. I was surrounded by phenomenal women, phenomenal mom, phenomenal role models, but they were all figuring it out, living their lives too. I didn't have a woman who was really like dedicated purely to like my growth. And so my friends and I, thankfully, we made it to the other side mostly unscathed. We got, maybe some hidden battle scars here.
Yeah.
But honestly, we was the blind leading the blind.
Hella.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm 15, you 15.
We just both trying to figure it out together at this point.
But we talking like we know the answer. I mean,
right.
Support, you know what I'm saying? That's girlhood, right?
While also being scared to ask our parents about what's going on.
Absolutely. But being able to call that mentor, and really get that older perspective on it could make all the difference in a young girl's life.
Got you. So I want to get into a couple of things that you said, but first let me ask you this. So I heard that Pretty Powerful previously had a different name. So can you go a little bit into detail about that?
Yeah, so originally we were called Peekaboo Pretty Girl, and the whole idea was like, inside of all of us, there is a pretty girl, and pretty is subjective. We're not just talking about physical attributes, right? Though we do believe if you look good, you feel better.
Hello.
We do believe that. But we more so, when we say pretty, we're talking about pretty soul, pretty heart, all the things. And so we felt that, we know that that's within every young woman. But life be life, and right? And it gets hard and piled on. So the whole idea was like, we can help you peel that back. And Peekaboo, we see you, pretty girl. So that was the original name and the reasoning behind it.
I love that. So at what point did you all decide that you wanted to change from Peekaboo Pretty Girl to Pretty Powerful?
This might have been around like the pandemic when everybody was home, and that's really when we started to pick now Pretty Powerful back up, because we just had more time on our hands. And I think during that time, it just felt like, again, at this point, it's been a few years, we've evolved, I had more life experiences, and I just wanted to rebrand, like still keep the same essence. And I also wanted something, honestly, that when we start making merch will be fly.
Yeah.
Like a t-shirt, that people want to put it on.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Right.
So I wanted something that would be like fly. Like when people see it, like People Pretty Girl, that's eye-catching. Of course, it'll make people like, oh, what's that? But Pretty Powerful, I felt like was more of like a declaration, a statement. And so that played a part in the name change as well.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned something earlier about, creating a space for young women. When I think of empowerment groups created for young women, I think of women who don't have any, positive female influences in your life. But you said you had many. So what was that experience like for you? And, what is it like for young girls today who have those positive, influences, but have those hard to talk about topics? Like, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I just think it's a real thing. I think, I was definitely the type of teen girl that, if you will, was like high functioning. Like, I was definitely one that could go under the radar as far as like when I was struggling with things. I was suffering in silence, but I made it look good.
Yeah.
Like, I was definitely one of those ones. Oh, even though I came out of a single parent home, I had a great single mom.
Right.
She, did such a phenomenal job that I wasn't too wild and crazy. Definitely had some
had your times.
You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
But and I was academically gifted, so my grades never necessarily slipped. So even though I was dealing with so much on the inside, so though again surrounded by these things, look good on the outside, and the inside just toe up.
Right.
And so obviously, I think safe spaces are important for young girls that you can really see it on, like their environments, they're dealing with rough stuff. Obviously, we're here for those, but also making sure that we don't have girls slip through the cracks because they look like they have it all together, because they're performing well, because they seem to come from good threads, but still dealing with a lot of things as well. And so that's I know what that feels like.
Right.
To feel like, oh, well, we don't got to pay attention because she got it.
She's
but
fine.
No, she's actually sinking too.
Yeah.
She's just making it look good.
Absolutely. And this kind of guides us into my next question is like, who did you create Pretty Powerful for? And I know you said young girls, but how has that population evolved over time now that those young girls are now, women? Like, what does that look like, continuing to support those then young girls?
Right. So, so I'll start with them first. The teen girls that we started with, who are now, a lot of them young women in young adulthood. And I just think it's a testament to the work we've done at Pretty Powerful. Obviously, this is a group effort, like my girl here, interviewing Trinity, and some of the other phenomenal women that work at Pretty Powerful. But I think it's a testament that these now young women still want to stay just as connected to us than when they were, teen girls. And so, we know how it goes, the circle of life. So teen girls keep sprouting up, and now some of those same young women have like younger cousins or younger siblings. So that's a way that we get, still some new girls into our system. But also my time as an educator played a huge part as well, teaching high school for 7 years. Even though those first 5 years especially, again, took that hiatus for Pretty Powerful, so it really wasn't even pushing it, but was just enjoying the job, but was also coming face to face with the demographic. And in the back of my mind, I would every now and then think about the fact that, wow, like, we were right in Pretty Powerful. Like, these issues that we were tackling, like, I see it firsthand. This is what's needed. And so those girls will gravitate to me. And then, in those last couple years, when I felt in my heart it was time to start Pretty Powerful again, the ones that especially gravitated to me, I would start, planting seeds here or there. My administration, they knew, I shared that in my interview, like, hey y'all, I got an organization. So they knew about it and supported me. I definitely felt blessed in that regard. So it kind of just organic, word of mouth.
Genuine relationships. Absolutely. So we've heard a little bit about, who and why you kind of created the organization, but for people out there who have never heard of Pretty Powerful before, tell them a little bit about, what we do, what type of events we have going on, and what it's like to be inside the party. Yeah,
I love, these slogans, because I want to bring up another one that one of our phenomenal team members, she came up with. So like, if you ever get a business card, a Pretty Powerful business card, on the back of it, and I'm going to give it to you that side up, it says, come hang with the women that get it.
Hello.
And that's really the essence of everything that we create here at Pretty Powerful. Like, we get it. So everything from the inner work you got to do to, we remember being teenagers like, oh my God, I'm bored. I'm tired of doing the same thing, especially if you're growing up. Like, we're here in Columbia, so a city, but not a big one.
Right.
Once you do the same couple things, it gets a little redundant. And so the events that we create, we really put ourselves inside
Yes.
the mind of teen girls, and what would they really enjoy. And then we know oftentimes teen girls are looking up to older women, so oftentimes they want to do the same thing that we're doing, but well, of course we keep it age appropriate and meet them where they're at. So we do everything from our girls' night in event every spring, where it's a pajama party. That's where me and Trinity first got connected, and we bring in lash techs. We talk cycle health. Of course, we feed them. We have girl talk. Then we have girls' day in the fall. That's like an all-day mentorship program, and we're on a college campus. So of course, last year we're at USC. Again, bringing in women in the community who are experts in their roles. So we brought in a Pilates instructor. We brought in skincare experts, hair care, more cycle health, because we're really big on that, especially in this season at Pretty Powerful. So yeah, we just step into the shoes of what young women want to do. We actually have an event coming up on April 4th.
Hello.
Yeah, and that's going to be like a remix of Girls Night In, but we'll actually be doing a Girls Night Out, a day out, and we're gonna do a perfume making workshop. So that's some feedback that we got. You know, the girls are all into the body mist, and
skincare, body care,
you know. So again, just meeting them where they're at.
Absolutely. I love that. And I do want to talk about my experience being used.
Yes, please.
So the first time that I attended a Pretty Powerful event, it was actually last year, around the springtime. It was through my job. I was coming to volunteer at a Pretty Powerful event, and I literally, before the event even started, I already knew, like, okay, like, I'm coming back. Like, it was just the vibe. It was very welcoming. The staff, like, they were just like, it felt like I was already a part of the team.
Yeah.
And then once I was there to just kind of help out, but I was like, girl, I'm about to bring my camera. I'm gonna make a video for y'all. And you know, literally from that event, I've been tied in since. I love the organization. I feel like it gives me a place to put my passion. And you know, I'm saying y'all, but y'all are really out here supporting these girls. Like, they look up to the young women that are, you know, in Pretty Powerful, and you know, they look forward to the events. And you don't see anything like Pretty Powerful around here ever. Sorry, no shade to nobody else, but you know, that's just the truth. It's one of a kind, truly. And I wish I would have had it when I was younger as well.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, what does just the term Pretty Powerful just kind of mean to you? And I know you talked about it a little bit, but just like in an essence, why Pretty Powerful?
You know, I just feel like it just captures everything to me about like womanhood and femininity. Of course, the Pretty already spoke on that a little bit, as far as like it's more than just your physical looks, but again, emphasizing that Pretty Powerful. We definitely believe in when you look good, you feel better. So we, you know, help young girls, teach them how to enhance what's already there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to go out and do the most, though. As you get older, choice is yours.
Right.
Of course. So we're never going to rain on that parade, but just teach them how to enhance, you know, what's already there. And then the powerful part of it, like femininity and womanhood, though it may be subtle, right, it's still very much powerful. And so I just feel like that those two terms together, it can be like maybe an oxymoron, maybe sometimes it feel like they go together,
right,
but it's actually like the perfect combination, and it can apply to any lane a woman chooses to walk in this lifetime. So whether you go into the boardrooms, if you're a girl boss in that regard, whether you know, as you get older, choose the stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife path, and in that domain, you're still a girl boss, right?
Absolutely.
No matter what lane you choose, if you're creative, whatever you want to do, you could be pretty powerful at it. So it just works.
It does.
Yeah.
No, it absolutely does. And you know, what better way to talk about the population that we're serving than to hear directly from them? All right, so this party wouldn't be complete if we didn't hear directly from the life of it. So this is the part of our show where we hear, you know, what's on the mind of today's girls.
Yeah.
So this is from the girls.
Yes,
All right. So here, Jess has in her lap sticky notes from our Girls' Day events, where we ask young girls to ask us questions that they may have that, you know, they may not normally be comfortable asking anyone else. And I also have some written down. Okay, so I'll have you maybe start off.
Okay. So this question, let's see. How can I overcome shyness within crowds?
So this is a good question. And
Yeah.
as somebody who is the most extrovert ever in the world, I would say that you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Like, you can't expect yourself to break shyness if you're continuing to be shy. Like,
Yeah.
you have to put yourself out there. I know it sounds crazy and everybody says this, but the worst thing somebody can say is no. They can, well, that's not the worst thing, but you know, it's worse certain things. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there, especially when you're trying to network or make new friends, or even in class projects. So maybe just standing up in front of your class and saying something. There's actually research done on it's like immersion therapy. I think that's what it's called. Like, when you just force yourself to do something that you were like normally afraid of or normally scared of, you're more likely to get over that fear. So you literally have to just do it, like Nike.
Like Nike. You nailed it.
Like, all right. So next, how do you keep up with your grades? Like, how can I keep up with my grades?
So that is a good one, because there's a few moving things to that. One, I want to emphasize something I would tell my students all the time, is that you are more than just your grades, right? They matter, of course, and we do want to do our best because they open up, doors and opportunities, but just understanding that, sometimes I feel like students can get tied down, and if they, fail a test, God forbid, and it's the end of the world, which in their world it really is.
It really is.
So we won't, downplay those feelings. But I would say, how to keep your grades, time management, which is something that even adults are still figuring out. I would suggest making the most use of your class time.
Yes.
That's what
Don't be in there playing and talking.
Don't be in there playing.
And then wondering why you don't got time for your work.
Exactly. Now, I can't speak for what goes on in other teachers' classrooms, but I do know a lot of teachers who, like me, built in class time to work on assignments, you know what I'm saying, for this particular class. So that's a good time if you are having issues. The teacher's right here.
Literally.
So if whatever time is given to you in class, I would definitely encourage you to do it. And then use that time to talk to teachers if you're struggling. Also, of course, for whatever reason, if class time isn't given or you just can't use it, don't let the situation get out of hand.
Right.
So as soon as you realize you got a problem, you don't understand something, talk to your teacher.
Don't let it snowball.
Don't let it snowball. Right. And that might even tie to, that's a good place to start with, the shyness.
Yeah.
So the teachers in the crowd, but that can be a little intimidating.
It can be.
But ideally, teachers in the classroom to help students. So talk to your teachers and do things like that. But the biggest thing I can say, utilize your class time.
Absolutely.
To stay on top of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This one here says, what are some things you do to motivate yourself?
What are some things I do to motivate myself? I would say, for example, I'm a big sleeper. I sleep a lot. So I would say something that I do to motivate myself is I put the reward last. Like, I'll give myself a task, and then I'll say, okay, after this task, that's when I can do what I actually want. So if I want to play video games, I'm like, okay, first I'm going to clean up, I'm going to do my laundry, and then I'm going to sit on my computer and play video games for the rest of the night. You can't just give in all the time to the bad things and then still be expected to, take care of your responsibilities. That's going to be a lot. And after you reward yourself, you already don't want to go back and do the thing that you don't want to do.
Right.
For example, let's keep it on the topic of homework. Don't come home from school and then take a nap and then try to do your homework. Don't do that, because when you wake up from that nap, you're not gonna feel like doing nothing but eating, and then you're gonna go right back to sleep because you got school in the morning. Right? Do that homework first, then take your nap. It's balanced. So that's one thing I would definitely say. I put my reward last, and then just aside from that. Self-talk, I just tell myself, it's really a mind thing.
Affirmation.
Yes, I tell myself, girl, you're good and you got this. It's fine. I look at myself in the mirror. I have heart-to-heart talks. I say, hey girl, get it together. You slacking right now.
Literally.
You need to pick yourself up. So it may sound crazy, but again, it's psychology behind it. So talk to yourself in the mirror as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. So for you, ooh, this is a good one, because I feel like, You're a fiance. Okay, so on the topic of relationships.
Okay.
How do you handle mixed signals in relationships?
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you as if I had a mentor and what I needed to hear when I was a teen girl or a young woman. Okay.
Break it down for him. Break it down.
So mixed signals, it shouldn't be that hard. Like let's start there. Let's start there.
Right.
It shouldn't be that hard, especially when we're talking about teenage relationships or even young adult relationships where there's literally no reason for there to be problems. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
there's nothing there
There's no real conflict
to complicate this relationship. Like it should be easy
Right.
for y'all to, start dating if you're allowed. Okay. Let's start there.
Don't say Pretty Powerful told you to go find a boyfriend.
Clock it.
Because we did.
Because we did not.
We did not.
All right. But yeah, it shouldn't be, mixed signals aren't things, especially if we're talking, heterosexual, so girl and guy, but whatever's out there,
Right.
like if a person is into you, like, especially when it comes to young guys, they make it known.
Yes, they
Like,
know.
That's psychology.
Yes.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't know a lot, but they know that.
Teen boys don't know a lot,
I promise you they know that.
but they know that. So if it's mixed signals, babes, he's not that into you, and it's not you.
It's not. We're going to hold your hand when we say this.
Yeah.
It's not you.
I promise. That's a whole different conversation that we would have if we had time for that. It's not you, but understand, like, know your worth. Like, any guy or whoever you're dating that's into you, like, you should have a type of aura, like, it shouldn't be that hard to choose me. And
Right.
if it's that hard, I'll make it easy for you.
Bye. Simple.
Simple.
Like,
So that's what I would want to hear. So by the time I hit, early adulthood, by the time I hit my stride about between 19 and 21, and it clicked in my mind,
right.
it was over with.
Right.
Mixed signals, all right, bye. I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah, that's an easy answer. Like, if you're confused, it's literally not for you. There's no way around it. If you're asking yourself, well, how, why, that means he don't, or she, whatever,
Yeah.
don't want you.
They're not that into you, and that's a hard truth, but that's something that can save you so much time.
Yes. And heartbreak.
Yeah, just save yourself some time and heartbreak.
Yes.
Just accept it and be like, his loss, her loss, whatever, and move on.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all. Well, do we have time for?
Oh, yeah, let's get like one more.
Okay. Oh, that was a good one. Let me make sure I don't have nothing else here because mixed signal. All right. Why does it feel like girls and women have it harder in life?
We do. We do. We do. And let me tell you why we have it harder. I will say men have it hard because you gotta be big, you gotta be manly, you gotta take out the trash, you gotta cut the grass, you gotta do all of that. But women are nurturers. Like, even the most rudest of women by nature are nurturers. So you're automatically just gonna get the emotions of everything, no matter how hard your personality is. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what the truth is gonna be. And then women are also overlooked a lot, like for the things that they do, for the things that they say, their impact, like your presence in school. Like, it can feel like you're overlooked, but that confidence that you're feeling or that validation that you're seeking, it should not come from what society has for you. It should not come from your classmates. It shouldn't even come, I really want to say, from your parents. Like, you have to have confidence and validation in who you are.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it now, it can grow.
Mhm.
It can grow.
It's a muscle.
Yes, literally.
It's
And
a
if you
muscle.
don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Simple. So, that confidence can grow. You can have somebody help you to grow that confidence. You can have mentors, positive influences in your life. Or you may have to, like she said, grow that muscle yourself. But we do have it hard, but women are also strong. So,
Absolutely.
that's life, y'all.
Yeah.
That's really, it doesn't get no easier. And I don't want to tell y'all that it does, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any easier, but the sooner you realize that a lot of what happens comes from the things that you can control, and then the things that you can't control, they're literally out of your control.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah. Release it.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
So that was good. I love that. These girls know what they're talking about. They want to get to the nitty gritty stuff. If you enjoyed that conversation, just imagine what it's like in person with these young girls, and they're asking the real, raw, uncut questions. And we're answering them appropriately. Sometimes we have to tell them, hey, but most times we are giving them answers and talking to them. So thank you so much for that. So we're going to get right into our closing, right? So what is, the bigger vision for Pretty Powerful?
Ah, man, don't get me started.
Right.
Don't get me to dreaming.
I know we had a laundry list. Come on now.
Don't get me to dreaming. Well, we are relaunching our mentorship program this fall. Applications are open.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Well, they're open, so go look.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a better job of putting it where it needs to. Highly visible. Nevertheless, the goal would be, to continue to grow and have the impact. I would love for Pretty Powerful to be a household name. As far as like when you think of Girl Scouts,
right,
or you think of Black Girls Rock and their huge annual event they do, I would love to see that. Huge vision is just really just building out this pipeline, like we already said, like teen girls become young women, young women become seasoned women, and so really create that pipeline that we can keep everyone that wants to stay in contact with us connected. Let's see, we would love to, of course, have our own space, have pop-up groups maybe throughout the country. Like it can just be so. Our YouTube channel jumping.
Hello, already.
So it's just so many moving parts. Collaborating with big brands and big names, because I know once they hear about us,
they're gonna come see about us.
They're gonna come see about us.
Like
they gonna come once they hear about us. They're gonna come see about us. So yeah, it's. I have taken the limits off, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
we're good. Okay. I'm gonna say that last line again, just so I can put it. So yeah, I love that. So how do you hope the community of Pretty Powerful will grow? Like, how do you foresee the community to grow?
Yeah.
And that can be like donors, that can be like staff, that can be, the youth that we all, interact with.
Right. So of course, with the youth and our target audience, if you will, that they keep gravitating to us, and we're just fueling them with the skills and the confidence and whatever it is, that the network community that they need. So hopefully that continues. And then from that, because people see the work, that we do get more help. Even though the help that we have is phenomenal, we be making things happen with our team. But continue to attract those people who can take Pretty Powerful to the next level. Whether that's with their skill set, with their pocketbook, their wallet, we'll take that too.
Change.
You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that it just organically continues to spread, and people just want to get involved with it. And when they see opportunities, whether we're putting it out there or maybe they can see some gaps they can feel, that they just reach out to us and we make it happen.
Because that's what we do. We make something happen. And then I hate to cut our party short.
I know.
All right. But if there's one thing every girl here watching our video should know, like, what is it? What do you want to say to them?
What would I say? One thing? I don't know. And I feel like if you ask me this another time, it would be something completely different.
Right.
But what's on my mind right now, a mantra that kind of I live with, is choose your hard. So even back to the young woman who asked, why does it feel girls and women have it harder in life? There's so much truth to that, but choose your heart. I feel like that can apply to so much. And if you kind of approach the world and your experiences and problems that come your way, then it almost makes it easier. So by that I mean, take it back to the teen girls. School is hard. Most kids don't always enjoy it. Fair. I think that's a whole different conversation. It needs to be restructured, but nevertheless, it's hard, right? Like waking up early, taking tests, studying, it's hard. But also failing is easy. You can easily fail, right? But the result of that, if you fail, flunk out of high school, for lack of better words, or you don't perform your best, life is going to be a little more challenging. Because good grades or whatever gives you options. That's the reality. It doesn't define you, but it does give you options. So it's kind of like choose your heart. So do I push through on this front end and do my best, and along the way it gets easier, or do I just kind of do whatever? And then now I met with this hard later. So it's still going to be a choose your heart. Even one more example, when it comes to maybe you're dealing with somebody who is toxic, because we've all been there. I got a t-shirt, I got too many souvenirs from toxic relationships. But oftentimes, especially when it comes to teen girls and young women, it's hard to break up with somebody when you have that soul tie.
Because I love you and you love me and we in love.
It's hard. It's hard. So you got to choose your heart. Breaking up is hard, but guess what? Once you pull that band-aid, over time it gets easier. You kind of grow a little bit taller. You learn from it, or you can stay in this suffering basically, which is also a version of hard, but this one just keeps going. It's never ending. So I think that's something. Again, if you ask me this tomorrow or something, I would say something different. But choose your heart. And you're not alone. That's what I would end with, because I think something else that's common amongst not even just teen girls but women in general. When we're going through stuff, we feel like we can all suffer in silence, because I was a victim of that, because you feel like you're the only one, but you're not alone. That's literally why we built the community and why we have such transparent conversations. So you start to realize, like, oh my God, I wasn't the only one.
It's not just me.
It's not just me. So you're not alone, and it's going to get better.
Absolutely.
It's going to get better. So I'll end there.
I love that. So, unfortunately, this is the end. But also, this is just the beginning. Right. So we're just getting started. So make sure you all subscribe to our channel to stay connected. And, remember, you don't have to have it all together to be powerful. And I'm Trin.
I'm Jess.
And welcome to Pretty Power.